everyone. Thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of Talking Comics, ExcaliburCCGTV. I'm Chris. This is my co-host Buzz. We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. And you can always find out what's going on with us at our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. Guys, nice week. It's like a good week for comics. It's not tons of them, like we've been covering the past several weeks, but then it's not like a 10-minute episode either. So, you know, it's a nice balance in between. Mm-hmm. So, I'm just like, yes, I'll take this. Thank you, Fate, Destiny, whoever you are that arranged this. Works for me.
Had a lot of trailers drop this week, too.
There were several trailers. The Rogue One.
Doctor
Strange.
Suicide Squad had a new trailer.
That they did. They finally did.
For you Godzilla fans, there was a new Godzilla trailer.
The Japanese Godzilla one. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. And guess what, guys? We're not even talking about any of that today.
No.
Not nary a bit.
But you can discuss it in the comments. If you want to.
If you want to say something about the Doctor Strange, any of them.
Or how Godzilla's tail, like, just randomly follows them.
It's just random. I didn't watch that one, but I wouldn't be surprised.
His arms look ridiculously little. Yeah, he does. And I'm just like, wasn't he a dragon? But I don't know. Tiny arm. Also with he's in the strong hand. Moving on.
Awesome. Guys, listen. For all of our locals and anybody who wants to visit either of our locations for this magnificent event, Free Comic Book Day is coming up, May 7th, 2016. We are participating. You can come and get free comics. We do ask that you limit it to 3 per person, but you will be able to come. You don't have to buy anything to get the free comics. You can come, get free comics, and have a great time. Come and peruse the store, see whatever else we have going on, whatever else is here at our shop. We have tons of back issues at both locations, statues, figurines, gaming supplies, games, everything. I mean, tons of graphic novels as well. We have a huge supply.
Start saving your money for Free Comic Book Day.
I mean, seriously, just go ahead and save your money, because once you get in here and you see stuff, you're going to want to get stuff.
I just saw an Attack on Titan bank downstairs.
Yes.
Like one of the giant Titans.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the first time I've seen it.
We've got Attack on Titan pop vinyls, and there's all kinds of pop vinyls when you first walk in.
They have a Godzilla pop vinyl downstairs.
There we go.
It's oversized.
It is oversized. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of those big ones they make.
Like the Thanos one.
Yeah.
And the Attack on Titan one, the
Titan?
Yeah, the big Titan.
The big, okay, yeah. Yeah, so guys, there we go. So all of our locals that are participating, anybody else who's coming in from out of town to either of our locations, check it out. Mark your calendar, May 7th, all day, 10:30 to 6 p.m. Both locations will be doing this. And I'm going to have a link down in the description below for our Facebook event for Free Comic Book Day. Go ahead and click over to Facebook and say, yes, I'm coming on that event page. That will help us out tremendously. We really appreciate you helping us in that regard. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. Thank you to all of our listeners on iTunes and Stitchers. And thank you for all of our syndication partners that are sharing our videos, Bleeding Cool, Between the Staples, Weeby Geeks. Anybody else I may be missing, thank you. Really, really appreciate it. And Robert, glad you liked the Wolverine Sabretooth Calvin Hobbes t-shirt that I have. I love that t-shirt. I love it. I wear it every day if I could.
Only rarely ever wears it.
I know, right? I would sleep in it. I'd wear it everywhere.
I think that's the only t-shirt Chris owns.
It's not true. I have video proof it's not true.
Only one I've ever seen you wearing.
And when I'm not wearing the black Excalibur one, I'm wearing that one. So, and then there's this one.
Okay, you do have an Excalibur.
I do. You guys can prove it. I do.
2 shirts.
2 shirts total. That's it.
And this dress shirt.
And then this was a fluke. I don't know how it happened. It's just crazy.
I think you have worn that one before.
I have. Yeah. But guys, thanks for watching. And let's go ahead and dive into some new number ones. We have several to choose from here. None from the big guys. None from Marvel. None from DC.
What?
There's a couple. These are from some independent or smaller studios, but still ones you will want to check out. That we're going to have here in stock at the store. First one I'm going to go ahead and start off with. We have Joyride, number 1 from Boom Studios, from Jackson Lanzig and Marcus Toe. In the future, living on Earth just stinks. Okay? It just stinks. The stars have been blocked out. of the Sky by the World Government Alliance because they watch over the world. They're also training children to be a part of the military and to eliminate all resistance with their giant ray guns. Literally. That's what life is like for teenagers and kids in the future. One girl, Uma Acolyte, is the kind of girl who shoots first and then she leaps before she looks, and she gets a strange message from outside of the barricades of Safe Sky. She steals the spaceship, tells a bunch of her friends about it, and she cracks the stratosphere to find out what's going on with this message, where it came from, what it's about, and they are not ready for what they are going to find out. That is Joyride #1, Boom Studios. Check it out. Tell us what you think of it.
From Dark Horse and Matt Kindt. He will be doing art and writing on this one. Department H #1.
Yes.
This is a undersea sci-fi adventure mystery. Mia is a special investigator hired to uncover possible sabotage taking place under the sea.
Under the sea!
At a research station. What she finds is a mind-blowing crime scene filled with suspects with terrible secrets.
Yes.
Strange deep-sea creatures.
Yep.
And an impending flood. Undersea?
Undersea.
What?
Under the sea.
Oh! A flood undersea? That's like saying water's wet, man.
That's like, totally, dude.
What?
How's it going to be? Guys, I'm going to be checking that one out. Definitely. I want to see what Matt Kindt has done. I'm not real familiar with his artwork and stuff, so I'm going to check that out as well. So I'm looking forward to checking that one out. Last up for the new #1s that we're covering for this week is Divinity II, #1 from Valiant Comics. This is by Matt Kindt as well and Trevor Harrison. Guys, this was a huge hit last year. It was only a 4-issue miniseries, but it was one of Valiant Comics' big breakout titles for their miniseries. It sold on the aftermarket. It shot up in value, and it was such a demand for another series. They decided to do it, and that first series went into multiple printings for each of the issues, if I'm not mistaken. So, guys, with this second series, the main character from the first series, Abram Adams, is back. He has returned to Earth. He has been sent off into the cosmos and came back a changed person. And now he's here at home on Earth. He has limitless powers, but he's concerned about the secret love that he hid away and his unborn child that he never met. Well, when Abram went away, he wasn't the only one. He was one of 3. And Miska, one of the other astronauts, cosmonauts that was sent off with him, she has now returned to Earth.
Under the sea.
Changed the same way as Abram, but she doesn't have the ties of a lover or family or child or anything like that. And she is communist all the way. And she comes back with the power to make that type of change worldwide. So we're going to see what is going to happen here and how the Earth and the nations of the Earth will be changed by both Abram and Miska and their visions of what the world can or should be. So we get to find out here with this, another 4-issue miniseries from Valiant Comics. So there we go, guys. Those are the new #1s that we're covering. There's a few other ones that are coming that we will have just pre-order copies for, or very limited copies for the shelf. But let's go.
Can I make a note of one of those?
Yes, go ahead.
The shadow in the Twilight Zone.
And the Twilight Zone.
What?
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
when I was reading that, it didn't register with me that it was the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, it's like, in the Twilight Zone. And I was like, the shadow in the Twilight Zone.
That guy?
Yeah.
That guy? Yes, totally. So that is coming.
Yeah.
We're only going to have like 1 or 2 copies.
Right.
And maybe for those who just pre-ordered it. But it is the Twilight Zone, the shadow. Just like Buzz said. I saw that too.
Maybe some of you out-of-state folks will, see it at your comic store. And
if you like that stuff, Twilight Zone or the Shadow, so there, have fun with that. Mm-hmm. I just got a Francesco Francavilla cover. So there we go, guys. Guys, as we've explained before, we don't cover everything. We primarily cover what we're doing here locally, and not everybody orders everything. Some of the stuff is pre-order only. So
until this week, I didn't even know Shadow Twilight Zone was coming out. So
me neither. So yeah. I mean, there we go.
Way to promote your product.
I know, right? That's like, please, yes. Man, and special thanks to Brad for adding in all these preview pages that we've been doing into the video.
Because you demanded it.
You demanded it, folks. You deserve it. People have been wanting to see. People have asked about covers and things like that. It'd be nice to see the interior artwork. People don't want to be switch and released or whatever. Awesome looking cover, but then you get to the interior artwork and you're not anywhere near as interested in it because it doesn't look like the cover artwork. Thank you to Brad for adding all these previews in. And you companies out there, if you guys are watching, especially you smaller companies, you guys need to have preview pages up of your stuff for fans to look at.
Promote that junk.
Promote it. We promote it. We're trying to sell it. That's the stuff that we're trying to encourage our readers to check out and see, and preview pages go a long way in that regard. So, end of rant. Thank you all for listening. Let's move on to storylines. We've got several storylines that we're going to cover. First up, Super League continues this week in Action Comics 51. Kara has been missing for some time, and with Batman's help, Superman is on the trail to finding her. But what he finds, he cannot believe, and he cannot believe who she has joined with. So we will find out what is going on with that with this next chapter of Super League here in Action Comics 51. What's next for you, Buzz?
Can Superman just do something on his own for once and quit asking Batman for help? I mean, seriously.
Well, we're at that point now where he feels like we have to have a league.
He just got his powers back.
That's right. I know, but he's on
the trail, baby. Anyway. Apocalypse War continues in Extraordinary X-Men number 9. This is part 2 of this story. If you've been reading this, there's standalone stories in each book. You don't have to get every issue of every X book to understand what's going on in the X book that you're reading.
Okay.
But this one, we just saw Colossus and his team of young X-Men go to the future. When they get there, Colossus is missing all of a sudden.
What?
But then he shows up on the last page as a member of Apocalypse's Four Horsemen.
Oh, that's right.
With Deadpool, and I don't remember
Moon Knight.
Was it Moon Knight? Okay.
And
yeah, it was a very unique team of horsemen.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I saw a Colossus was one of them, I was like, yeah!
That's wrong. Don't do that to my man Colossus now.
But he's always been a good guy, It's nice to see him a little,
At that
like,
age.
you remember back when they did the Age of Apocalypse, or whatever, with the Generation Next, or whatever, and Colossus and Kitty Pryde had the Generation Next kids, or whatever.
Yeah.
That was a cool Colossus, too, because he was just kind of an a-hole,
Right.
Just like, take no prisoners, But yeah, so I've been enjoying this Extraordinary X-Men, and I'm excited for this Apocalypse story.
Yeah, very cool. And I'm glad you point out that it's like it is going on in these series, but there are standalone storylines within those series, so you don't have to buy 20 comics to get the whole thing.
Like in the Uncanny X-Men, it's more focused on Archangel being a former Horseman of Apocalypse and like what's going on in his head right now, and so nothing to do with the Extraordinary X-Men storyline.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Next up, guys, Captain America Sam Wilson number 8, a Standoff tie-in. Captain America's Unite. We have Sam Wilson, Steve Rogers, and Bucky Barnes team up for a stand against the evil that lurks in Pleasant Hill with this Standoff tie-in issue. Captain America Sam Wilson number 8. Check it out.
Silk number 7, Spider Women.
Women, yeah.
Women.
Get the women's together.
Women's. Part 3. Silk comes face to face with the Earth-65, Cindy Moon, and her family.
Yes.
That's not all she finds digging into SILK, and her discoveries change everything about this event.
Yes, exactly. Everything. Guys, those are the storylines that we're covering for this week. Get ready. And all of you locals, you need to be going to our website right now and pre-ordering the DC Rebirth stuff that we have posted on the website that interests you. Daily posts are going up of the new DC Rebirth comics, and you can go ahead and start adding them to your pull list now from our website if you currently have a pull list account with us. Tons of great stuff is available. Check it out. Go to our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. You'll see it right there on the homepage. So guys, that's the storylines. Now we're going to move on to some of our favorites, some of the comic books that are going to be at the top of our stack of books to read. The first things that we get our hands on, Buzz, what is up for you, sir?
Huck number 6.
Yes.
This is the final issue. Huck and Orlov's final showdown.
Showdown, baby.
Get it on. Savage Dragon 213.
Yep.
Malcolm and his wife are having a baby.
It looks like it from the cover there.
They
Just
are.
saying,
She's pregnant. And I think last issue her water broke, so.
Okay.
It's coming.
It's coming, baby.
It's been coming for a month, but it's coming. Or maybe longer.
Maybe
Larson's been doing Spawn and Savage Dragon.
I know. Dude's been working, man.
From Marvel, Power Man and Iron Fist number 3. Fun book if you're not reading it.
Cool.
It's just, but they're not a team.
Not a team.
They're not a team.
No, don't call them a team.
Power Man and Iron Fist got duped into stealing a necklace from Tombstone.
Oh.
And it turns out this isn't just a necklace. This is some kind of powerful gem.
Okay.
So, yeah. And now they're facing the repercussions of it because Tombstone is sending all of his gangs after him. And yeah, it's just been fun. Speaking of fun, my final pick, Totally Awesome Hulk number 5, The Enchantress.
That's right.
Yeah, that's all
right.
I'm going to say. The Enchantress.
That's enough, sir.
Yes.
That is enough, sir. I forgot about that. I've been digging the art. I've been digging Cho's art on there,
it
man.
Just kind of
so
pops
cool.
up every month. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's that one. There it is.
Yeah, Pac's been writing a fun story for that. So.
It has been fun.
And we saw it happen to Bruce Banner last issue.
I am behind. I haven't read that one. Woo. I'm one behind.
Next thing you're going to tell me you didn't read Moon Knight number 1.
I'm behind on that too. What I am not behind on is Leaving Megalopolis, Surviving Megalopolis. Number 4 hits this week. I have read the first three issues before this.
So has this guy.
And this issue deals with the Abyss.
I figured you were going to pick this one, so I didn't pick it.
Oh man, this has been such a solid story. Get the collection of the first series, Leaving Megalopolis. This is part 2, so it's Leaving Megalopolis, Surviving Megalopolis. It's a long title, but it's just solid, man. It is freaking solid.
This is a story about superheroes. This is not about supervillains. This is about superheroes that have just gone nuts. And they are like murdering anybody they get their sights on. There's like a hotel of people that send out a sacrifice to them just so they will leave them alone.
So leave them alone. Yeah. Exactly.
And they will capture people that they see just to feed to the superheroes, just so that I mean, it's like The Walking Dead, but the zombies are superheroes.
Exactly.
And they are not slow.
No, not at all. They're not dead at all, but yeah, exactly.
And Gail Simone writes it.
Gail Simone's writing it. Jim Calafor is doing the artwork.
The art is amazing.
It's like, oh no!
It is such a solid book. I mean, I'm glad that it's not an ongoing because I just do not see how they could keep it ongoing. But
yes, please don't do that. Do solid story arcs, like what we're getting here.
Yeah, because some of the people that survived the first book have come back to try to figure out this Abyss, right?
Yeah.
Or do they even know about the Abyss? They don't even know about it. 2
of them do.
Right.
Which at the last issue, they were rappelling down to find out more. And then at the end of the last issue, the other people that weren't going to the Abyss, they found the super villains.
Oh, okay.
Where at the end of the issue, they found the super villains where they were.
They were going back for the girl, right? Because they think she's alive.
Yes.
Maybe she is, maybe she isn't.
Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Mm-hmm. But now we know that this Abyss has affected the superheroes only. And then they finally found the supervillain. Where did all the supervillains go?
This Abyss is where that monster came out that they fought that turned them all crazy, right?
I don't know if there was a monster.
I think there was a monster that came out of that hole.
I can't remember.
That big hole came from.
There was the hole, but I don't know.
I think in the trade there was a monster that they fought that came out of that hole.
I'd have to double check because I didn't remember. I didn't remember anything coming out. I just remember there being the hole, and then everything changed. So now I'm gonna have to go back and reread it. It's worth rereading anyway.
Yes,
so
yes,
there
it
we
is.
go. Another one I'm digging is Superman American Alien number 6. Hits this week. We get Pete Ross and Kenny Braverman take a trip to Metropolis to see Clark. But the whole city is just enraptured in this whole Superman phenomenon. But what ends up happening is as Superman starts growing more and more famous, Pete's concerns grow stronger about this, and there's tensions between the two friends that lead into an epic encounter of an extraterrestrial nature. So we'll see what's happening there. I don't know anything about Pete Ross having any powers or anything in this particular series, so we'll get to find out. And then, guys, you know how I am about East of West. Number 25 hits this week. It's the conclusion of the Year 2. The smashing conclusion of East of West Year 2 begins here. And then we get to see the last gathering of the Chosen before the apocalypse begins. No one gets out alive. Love this series. And guys, that y'all won the other week for saying Randy was dreaming. I got your stuff set aside. I'll be shipping it out soon. So, and someone's going to be getting an East to West trade. So there you go. I don't know who it's going to be. Just randomness. Awesome. That's how I roll. So guys, those are our number ones. Those are our storylines. And those are our favorites that we're picking up. So tell us in the comments below what you're checking out, what storylines you're digging, and what favorites are going to be at the top of your stack. And we're going to go ahead and dive into our question of the week, which Buzz has this week. Buzz, what is the question of the week?
What are your top, we'll just say 5. You can throw 10, you can throw 20. We don't care, but we'll just say your top 5 covers, comic book covers of all time.
Of all time.
Chris is going to start us off.
I am going to start off. You know, this was tough for me. This guy, he was prepared. He just had the ace up his sleeve whenever he asked. But I took some time. I was like, okay, I know there are some covers. Let me preface this by saying, just about any cover drawn by Arthur Adams is my favorite cover. Okay, but that's not anything that I'm going to be pointing out today. Okay, but one of my favorite covers I love is Planetary number 26. You'll see that here on the screen. I love this cover because of this. I love it because John Cassaday did it. He's a fantastic artist, but the way this cover reveals what's going on with the storyline is just icing on the cake for me. So that is definitely one of my favorite covers. And John Cassaday's done a ton of other ones as well. But I love Planetary because he did all of that. You know, he did all of that, except for like a special or two that were done by some other artists and stuff. But fantastic series. Love this cover. And it's the cover too for the Omnibus. So it's a sweet cover. Next one up for me, Moon Knight, number 5, by Warren Ellis, Declan Shalvey. Declan did the cover for this. This was the comic that had the raid style storyline where he goes through the stairs, up the stairs, taken out, and it starts on the cover. It just starts on the cover, and the cover is freaking sweet. And I really love covers that detail what's happening in the comic. You know, it's not just some poster cover. Well, let's put this as the cover because it can be made for a poster as well. This cover rocked. You'll see it here on the screen. Love it, love it, love it. And of course, I'm a huge fan of what Warren Ellis and Declan Shalvey did with this first volume of Moon Knight from back in, I think it was 2014 or early 15 when it came out. It was freaking fantastic. And I remember that cover and loved it. Another one of mine that goes back many years ago is Captain America Annual number 8. This is the classic cover facing Captain America and Wolverine against each other. Adamantium Claws versus Adamantium Shield, cover by Mike Zeck.
You will see a lot of my covers that are very similar to that cover.
Very similar to that one. And Mike Zeck was just a fantastic artist back in the day as well. I don't know where he has went, what he has done. If anybody knows, I mean, as far as I know, he's still alive. With all due respect, as far as I know, he is still alive. But he's just not doing anything in the comic industry. But he did tons of great stuff. He did those Punisher, the covers for the Punisher miniseries from years ago. This is one of my favorite covers. Love it, love it, love it. You can see why. Another one by Mike Zeck as well. Another cover that I really liked as well was Captain America 321. This is the famous cover showing Captain America without his shield, but with an Uzi, a gun, in his right hand, mowing people down. And if I'm not mistaken, this was the storyline concerning the Flag Smasher, or one of those type of people, and it was at a point where it was either kill Flag Smasher, or countless people were going to die. And this was the choice left for Captain America, and he did what he doesn't kill him. he doesn't like to use guns either. So there we go, guys. That's another one, another Mike Zeck cover. He did tons of great Captain America covers for a long time there. And is that it? Is that my 5?
I don't know. I lost count there, buddy.
I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No!
And my last one. Everybody, I'm sure Buzz even probably thought about this, but Incredible Hulk 340. It's the Wolverine with his claws out, and you see the Hulk's reflection in his claws. Yes, yes, yes. Classic, fantastic cover by Todd McFarlane from back in the day. Yes, this was done right. I mean, it's not, the claws are way too big and wide and stuff, but it just lets you know there's a rumble about to happen. I mean, come on.
Epic cover.
It is. It really is an epic cover. One of my favorites. And with due respect to Del Keown, I loved many of Del Keown's covers that he did during his run as well. But this is just iconic. It just really is. So, like I mentioned before, any cover that Arthur Adams does, there was a stretch of time where they were doing these Avengers reprints, monthly reprints, and Arthur Adams redid the covers. So they were totally different.
Few issues.
Yeah. And I loved all of those. Love Arthur Adams. He does fantastic covers. I wish I saw him do more interior artwork, but I guess he's risen above that now. But
makes too much money. I
mean, seriously, so it's such a demand. But yes, great stuff there. And then all these covers that I point out, there are many more, and I'll probably be oohing and ahhing over the ones that Buzz talks about here. But those are my 5. So there we go.
I picked 10.
He cut it down from
narrow it down. My first one, Invincible Iron Man 120. It's Iron Man and Namor. You will find a lot of mine are where people are fighting like epic encounters between two, important characters. But I don't know who the artist is on it, but sue me, whatever. Incredible Hulk number 330. This was back when Rick Jones was the Hulk, and this is actually the issue where Thunderbolt Ross dies. There's a creature called the Nevermind in it that attaches to people's head and pretty much drains the life out of them. Well, it attaches to Doc Samson's head, and he goes on a rampage and actually beats the Hulk in it.
Really?
Yeah, the Rick Jones Hulk, not the Bruce Banner Hulk. But anyway, at the end, the thing jumps on Thunderbolt Ross's head because it tries to jump on Betty Ross's head, and he zats it.
Zat?
You remember the Zax character?
Yeah, I do.
That possessed him or whatever?
Yeah.
And then he dies.
Yeah, there we go.
Justice League International number 1.
Oh, how did I miss
How
this
could
one,
anyone not pick this one? Oh, the team is epic.
Yes.
Guy Gardner just saying, want to make something of it.
Oh,
Batman's on the team, Mr. Miracle.
Dude, that's Kevin McGuire, man. He was the artist. He had such a fantastic run.
He had a lot of awesome covers.
He did. He really did. And he did the interiors, too.
The one he did of, I think it's issue number 5 where they're holding Guy Gardner back.
Yes.
Shazam and I think Martian Manhunter.
Yes, he's like
they're holding him back and he's like ready to kill Batman.
Yes.
Best fight ever in a comic.
Quickest fight ever. It's awesome.
Oh, and I believe McFarlane drew that Hulk cover that I talked about a while ago. I think he did.
It may have been.
I think that was one of his first.
I think you're
covers
right.
He did. But,
yeah.
Speaking of McFarlane, Spider-Man number 1.
The classic.
How can you not? I mean, I'm just moving on after this one. So.
I mean, and just in this little time frame, we have 2 classic covers by McFarlane here. I mean, yes. So keep going.
I won't narrow this down to one issue, but the Nightfall covers by Kelly Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, Brad can just pop a random one up. I don't care. But I mean, we'll do I think it was Nightfall Part 5 where the Joker and the Scarecrow are going at Batman and Batman's having some kind of weird illusion or something where he sees the Joker coming out of a snake or something like that and the Scarecrow's lunging over behind him or whatever. But all the Nightfall covers were just awesome. They're so creepy looking because of Jones's art. And,
exactly.
But anyway, moving on. Avengers number 276. This cover just says, "We're about to kick your ass."
It does.
Thor comes back to the team.
Yes.
And I mean, this lineup of the team is just epic. It's Black Knight, Captain America, Thor, Captain Marvel, the what's her name now? Spectrum, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dr. Druid.
Yeah.
Epic team up there.
Nice.
Punisher War Journal number 7.
Those were nice too.
Jim Lee,
Yep.
Wolverine, the Punisher.
Yep, that's right.
That was an awesome book. He did the interiors on that too, I believe.
Yes,
so,
he did.
Yeah.
That was like some of his first Marvel work.
Mm-hmm.
It was fantastic.
I had to throw a Savage Dragon cover in there, so we're going to go with Savage Dragon number 7. Every page in this book was a splash page.
Okay.
And it's just Overlord and Savage Dragon fighting, and he leaves Dragon impaled on a spike at the end of the issue. So
dude.
It was a pretty awesome
issue.
I
read the early issue. I mean, I read Savage Dragon for a long time. I kind of remember that now that you mention it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a fight the entire issue.
There's a whole big double-page splash.
Not double pages,
just
every
each page
but every
splash.
page is at least a splash.
Okay.
I think there is a couple of two-page splashes.
Okay. You kind of had that creative liberty when you're the writer, artist.
Yes.
All that.
X-Force number 15.
Okay.
One of the first encounters between Deadpool and Cable.
And that cover is a Capullo cover.
Yes, it is.
Greg Capullo. Some of his earliest work was at Marvel on X-Force. He was one of the guys that followed up after Jim Lee and stuff. After Jim Lee, kind of like Tony Daniel did some stuff as well. Mm-hmm. But Greg Capullo did a stretch on there. It was freaking awesome.
Liefeld, I think, started out the X-Force series, but then Capullo took over and made it look good.
And that was X-Force number
15.
15. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And my last up, another McFarlane cover. I love McFarlane's Marvel stuff. I love it, love it, love it.
Yes.
Amazing Spider-Man number 328.
Yes.
This is where Spider-Man gets his cosmic powers.
Yeah, he becomes Captain Universe.
Yeah. And
that cover.
He's punching the Hulk up through his own logo, the Amazing Spider-Man logo. He knocks the Hulk into outer space in the book, and then it feels bad and goes and gets Yes. But yeah.
With great power comes great guilt.
Right. Right.
Oh, dude. Oh, those are some great ones, man. Those are some great ones. Guys, tell us below your top 5 favorite covers of all time, and go on, elaborate even further if you want to. We would love to reminisce with you guys with some of these covers. Buzz took us way back to some stuff that I do remember and stuff. I didn't go quite back that far, but Buzz has some great ones there. Loved those, man. So yeah, tell us in the comments below. That was a great question of the week, man. Have fun with that. I love that kind of trip down memory lane because honestly, a great cover helps you remember that story. It really does. It really does. In my opinion, that's just me. Take it or leave it, guys. So that's it for this week, guys. Tell us in the comments below your top 5 favorite covers. I want issue numbers, titles and issue numbers. Tell me down below so we can also go down memory lane and check those covers out as well. And if you want to elaborate and tell us why, I mean, I love to hear that. I love to see that. Rob C., I'm expecting a mile-long paragraph from you talking about it. So, and you too, Chris, at We Love Comics. There we go. You guys, Perry, yes, you too. So, guys, there we go. I mean, yeah, this was really cool. This is a good one, Buzz. This is a good one. That's it for this week, guys. We can keep rambling on and on, but that's it for this week. Anything else to add, sir?
I do have 2 things I want to add.
2 things. Here we go.
The Moon Knight number 1, I hate to keep harboring on it, but this book was freaking awesome. I asked Randy about it a while ago, and he used expletive adjectives to describe how awesome this book was.
He did, because when I came by earlier, and he's like, have you read it yet? It's like, no, I'm behind. I haven't read it yet.
Randy said this is better than Ellis and Wood's run on Moon Knight. That's how much he liked this first issue. And this first issue, it was, after you read the book, you're just like, what if it's all a lie? What if it is all a lie? I won't go into spoilers on it, and my second thing, I just saw on Facebook today, they're about to start selling Lucille's. Negan's bat. Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. I did not see that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're about to, you can own your own Lucille.
Oh man. Yeah,
I forget who posted that, but I was just like, that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty epic, yeah.
Something to sell. That's pretty awesome.
Why not?
That's Negan's bat. from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, and for those of you that watched The Walking Dead, you saw what he did at the end there of the season finale, but we don't... Exactly. Who did he do?
We know who he did it to in the comic book, but the show, there's people alive on the show that aren't alive in the comic book.
And speaking of
people alive in the comic book that aren't alive in the show.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And speaking of the show, the spin-off series, Fear the Walking Dead, I saw today where it just got renewed for a third season. It just started the first episode of the second season, but it's been renewed for a third season as well. So nice. I'm going to read Moon Knight tonight. Tonight it will be read. Guys, if you read Moon Knight, tell us what you thought about it down below. If you got it, checked it out, tell us what you thought about it.
Randy picked this book ahead of Brian Wood's books that came out last week.
He did, because I asked him, I said, you didn't read Black Road first? He said, no, it was just there, and I just grabbed it up. And
Black Road was good, too.
I still got to
Brian
read
Wood
that.
Fan.
So, yeah.
I mean, even if you're not a Brian Wood fan, it was pretty good. And Starv's new issue was pretty awesome, too.
I am like 3...
I am behind, but sometimes I'm just like, screw it, I'm going to read this one before I read that old stuff.
sometimes I do feel the same way.
And what about Black Panther? I haven't read it yet, but I've got it, and I still haven't read it.
I read it.
He can badger me about that.
Yeah, that was the one that I picked up and read. That was the one I was like, oh, okay, Ta-Nehisi Coates, all this hype, let's check it out. We'll talk about it after you've read it. But guys, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. We really, really appreciate it. Whether you've come here by YouTube, by the sites that syndicate us, iTunes, Stitcher, thank you for being a part of our community. We really, really appreciate it. And we are looking forward to having a great time with you guys that are local or anybody that travels in from out of town to either of our stores for Free Comic Book Day. We're looking forward to having a great time with that. So guys, that's it for this week. Anything else to add?
I think I've added enough. What are we at, an hour now?
No, we're probably close. Who knows that? Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, read some great comics. Leave us some fantastic comments down below. And we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.